The real and sincere Browns fan here to talk about what we about to do in this, I believe it's week 12 matchup. I'm sorry, man. I suck. Like, I need to start having my shit together. But I don't never got my shit together. But anyway, so this is another matchup. I was shocked to actually see that we did beat the Ravens one time when they had Lamar Jackson, and that was with Freddie Kitchens, which got me thinking for a little bit. Was it always Freddie Kitchens that was this bad? I mean, I do remember a lot of like abandoned run calls out of nowhere, but Kevin's doing the same fucking thing. So like some of this is, I think more or not is a lot of the things, the problems is coming upon Baker. So but like I said, we have been throwing a lot at him, so I can't 100% blame him because he never not once had continuity except for this year. But now this year he's banged up. But still, decision making, knowing when to let it go, and all that other stuff has been still there. So a part of me is starting to think that we was a little bit unfair to Freddie, especially like I said, he was the only one. I mean, 4-1 since Lamar Jackson been playing. He was the only one that beat the Ravens with Lamar Jackson. And now he's about to play the call. He's got call plays over in the Giants. So just like food for thought. Like maybe Freddie Kitchens wasn't as bad as we thought he was, and we didn't give him enough time neither. But I didn't think we wanted to give him enough time and again, the offensive line was terrible too. So there was a lot of things going on there. Obviously management, time management, and things of that nature. All right. So now we about to play the Ravens. This obviously is a big game. It could take us, I want to say first in the North, but it'd put us close to tying and stuff like that. Because I think the Steelers, they helped themselves out by having that tied record. Because even if we was to have the same amount of wins, they would beat us because of their percentage would be better. So yeah, that's why it's important for us to win out when we start with this game. This is our second playoff game. Our entry in the playoff game was last week with the Ravens. But now we got to play, or not the Ravens, sorry, the Lions, and now we playing the Ravens. Um, so first thing first, Lamar Jackson. We talk about him. That's Michael Jackson with a football. The dude, I mean, when it's electrifying. The way he does it is like dance moves. But I will say this, like I think part of his contract got to be negotiated with the kicker. I think a lot of his success. Don't get me wrong, Lamar is dangerous as hell. Like, but I think the reason why the team is so successful is because this kicker, man, Justin Tucker, man. See, like that's the reason why we're not successful. To be honest, like when I like sit back and think, I'm like, man, we went for it a lot on fourth down, and why aren't we doing that? Why are we doing that? And that's because we don't have any faith in our kicker, and that's the reason why I feel like this is a dangerous game for us. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that we're gonna lose, but when it come down to it, when it come down to making kicks, they're more guaranteed than we are. We are not guaranteed in that area, and I literally think that's the reason why. I mean, one, yeah, we got to play better on offense, but how many times have we went for it on fourth down, close to the end zone, could have got some 3 points? Yeah, we end up losing more, but that's just like when when you chipping away, it's like it creates it. What am I trying to say? It takes back the pressure. I would say like it doesn't. It scales it back, if you will. Like you don't have to go out on offense and feel like if we don't get it right here, it's all over. Because I mean, how many times have we seen that where it's like nothing there, and then Baker throws it away or try to throws it real hard, and then it's like it gets to nobody. So it's like I think a part of that is like for one, Mike Prefer, how come you haven't found a kicker this long? You know what I'm saying? You've been here almost as long as everybody else. Why haven't we found a fucking kicker yet? You got Atlanta going to goddamn China and finding, or Japan, I don't know where, he from Asia, shit. And he out here drilling kicks left and right. But Maybe he got some missed kicks. I don't know. But every time I fucking see it, he always making his kicks, and I'm like, man, who is this dude? The who dude over here, Asian out. You know what I'm saying? And drilling kicks. You know, in America, doing his thing. Probably got a bunch of money too. Shoot, they get over here, they be getting all the money. Arabic people, shit, fucking Asians. They always, everybody come over here, coming Camaros, fucking Porsches and shit. Meanwhile, I'm over here in a Chevy Prism and shit. It's like, what the fuck, man? Anywho, um, but yeah, like we need a fucking kicker, and I think that's what's gonna be the biggest problem for us today. Because, like I said, like Lamar Jackson, all he needs to do is get him in range, pretty much at the 40-yard line. And I mean that's really not hard for Lamar because he can fucking do that by himself. But you know what? Credit to Lamar, he is nasty, man. Like people talk about his passing, and I'm glad that like it's still kind of like shaky because like there's been a lot of receivers that been dropping this shit. And I don't want to mention it now, but I'm going to just go ahead and mention it. Marquise Brown been dropping a lot of shit. And I'm glad they don't got Willie Snead no more either because he was there. I was always afraid of him because he's just like the reliable dude. Like he just, you throw it to him, he going to be reliable, he going to play hard. And they don't got him no more, so thank goodness. And the Bateman kid, they pick it like John Harbaugh is just such a goddamn good ass coach. Like top three, I would say, of all time between. Oh, you could say four if you want to put Belichick in there, but I just feel like Belichick did a lot. I mean, even though they are a good team and they just beat the shit out of us, there's just a lot of blemishes on his resume to me. Like I said, Spygate, Tom Brady Deflategate, the Tuck Rule. Even the Atlanta game, that shit looked at fluky. Like how y'all just, so it's just like a lot of things that made me kind of like, I mean, he's good, but if that's the case, he'll be number 4 on my list. But as far as like top 3 coaches, I'll probably say like Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, and Joe Harbaugh. But they could go back and forth. And the only reason I say those two is sucks because they all in the AFC North, but they represented the AFC North well for a long time. Like at least when they go deep, I could feel like, damn, we suck, but at least like our team, like the team from our division went all the way. You know what I'm saying? That shows that we in a hard division. And kind of, I feel like it's kind of like a representation on us in a way, on the Browns. Like this is the division that we play every year, and that's the reason why we was sucking all these times is because these teams are so damn good between the Steelers and the Ravens. Like I said, Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, man, that's a tough one, man. Like, who would be the better coach? Like, Harbaugh, I don't know, man. He cold, though. Like, he always got his team together. So does Mike, though. But I feel like, they is neck and neck, to be honest. I don't know who, like, all right, if both of them was there and I was starting a team and it wasn't the Browns or whatever like that, who would I choose? Oh, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like Harbaugh is more relatable, man. I love Tomlin, don't get me wrong, and I feel like he a leader too. But I don't know, just like the personality, like I just feel like John Harbaugh, he's just more laid back. He more chill. He more my type. Mike Tomlin, he more like militant. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. Not that I disregard it or anything like that, but it just I don't know. It's just sometimes it's a little bit. To me, I was like I'm kind of a person where it's like I already know what to do, and I feel like he don't allow you to be yourself as much. But I could be wrong. I don't know. And fuck the Steelers. And fuck the Ravens. And fuck them, man. We playing them. We got Coach Stefanski, and hopefully he can be up there in the upper echelon. But I was looking at, what is this dude's name? I think it was Top Football Think, and it was Jackson Kruger Sports, I think, on YouTube. And like just the film that we got on our quarterback, like Baker got to play better, man. Period. And you know what? What else is gonna help us win? Is ball security. We gonna have to put the ball in Nick Chubb's hand. And thank goodness we get Kareem back. I think. I don't know for sure, but that's what they saying. And I don't want to sit up here and get my hopes up and say it, but at this time in the video, that's what I'm assuming is that he's going to play because this is a playoff game. And we all know that we need this game more than water right now when SpongeBob was in Sandy's dome. You feel me? So yeah, we just need ball security and we need to take the ball away. We need Miles to come in big time for us. Jadavion to come in big time for us. Thank goodness we getting Troy Hill back because we don't need that blitzing. His good blitzing. Who else is a good blitzer for us? Wu is a good blitzer for us. And who else? And the Warden. We don't need those blitzes to come in for us handy, bruh. Handy. And, yeah, man, I mean, scary game for me because, like I said, Baker hasn't been playing good. And it's kind of like, I want him to ball out. Maybe I need to just keep saying this shit so I can put his back against the wall because that's when he seems to ball out. But he ain't been playing good. He been missing throws. He ain't been making right reads. And like I said, when I'm seeing them videos I seen on YouTube, it was just like, yeah, like what the fuck, Baker? And then the Odell Always Open video is like that part too, and it's just like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with it? And but I ain't trying to start shit because I'm trying to maintain positivity because, like I said in my last video, it's just like the expectations that fucking kill us. But like, it is what it is. Like what I see, it's like Baker needs to fucking play better. It's his rhythm that's fucking killing everything. So if the moment that he can get his shit together, not saying that he gonna make every throw and not every, like, you know what I'm saying, everything gonna be a completion, but shit, just fucking play good. You know what I'm saying? Because once we play good, it's all a wrap because Nick Chubb gonna take care of what he can take care of, and so is Kareem. You know what I'm saying? The run game is good. And the ball security got to be great this game because that's what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to make sure that they strip the ball. They're going to make sure that they try it before anything is to try to create turnovers. I won't even be shocked if, like, instead of really trying to make a tackle, they just over here trying to punch the ball out and strip the ball out. So ball security is very important, I feel like, in this game. I didn't even have to do a whole lot of film watching it because, like I said, I haven't seen enough of them. And I just know for one thing a fact is that damn kicker is dangerous. Like, and between Lamar and that kicker, that's how his contract gonna be negotiated. Is like we need to get y'all in a bundle deal because y'all the scorers pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You get Lamar, get him down, get some yards, get some 3 points here and there, and that might be another reason why John Harbaugh's so good because he was a special teams coach first. I thought it was a defensive coach, but then I found out it was the special teams. And yeah, man, what the fuck, Mike Prefer? When are we gonna get a kicker? When are we gonna have that next rising of Phil Dawson? I think that's, like I said, that is the biggest reason why we are 5 games below. It's because the kicker. Yes, it's the quarterback play too, but I really feel like it would, because of AFC North football, it got to be defense, run game, kicking game. Quarterback is important, absolutely, as Big Ben. Obviously, as Lamar Jackson now. But, if we had a kicker, I feel like we would be in we would be a lot more confident than what we is. But we don't. And it is what it is. So now we got to try to stop that kicker. And at this point, we got to score every time. Only one time we can have the ball and not come away with any points. I'm talking about not any. Only one time we can afford that shit. But anything more, you might as well forget about it because, like I said, all he needs to get is past the 50. Unless the defense gets a couple pick sixes. If not, it's going to have to be a pick six because I don't trust Baker to fucking score on a turnover, man. And I'm only saying that shit so he can fucking prove me wrong, but I'm going to say it. I don't trust him to score no turnover, so the defense going to have to handle this shit. They're going to have to handle this fucking game. And we know the kicker not going to handle this game. So, but we definitely got a chance to beat them. They beatable. But it's hard when we don't got a fucking kicker, period. So we'll see. This is going to be a fun game. The Real and Sister Browns fan, peace.